Hyundai, however you pronounce them, they've just revealed, well, it's just been spotted that they are working on and will be soon selling a new Staria EV. It's an MPV, a van, whatever you want to call it, but there's not a lot of these around. I think it could be a really good car. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to have you with us. I'm Sam Evans. The Hyundai electric minivan has finally been spotted. The Staria EV has been seen in South Korea. And it's basically the Hyundai or Hyundai Staria just turned into an EV. Now, apparently, it's actually going to be coming, I believe, towards the end of this year. And it's going to get a few different configurations. There'll be a cargo version, a passenger version. So there'll be like a commercial version, a work version, plus a passenger version, and a camper version as well. There's not a lot of electric camper vans around. People keep asking me, I've actually had this question quite a lot of times. Sam, what electric camper van should I buy? And honestly, there's a few, but they're bespoke and they're quite expensive. This could be quite a good option. So you can see this is an EV. Very clearly, the grille is covered over and doesn't have an air intake on the front, which obviously electric cars don't actually need. You can also see that it has a charge port on the side. It's not a plug-in hybrid. It doesn't have an engine, so it's fully electric, which is going to be a good thing. Now, battery size is expected to be not huge for the size of car this is. I mean, this is a relatively big vehicle. It's going to get either a 76 kilowatt hour or an 84 kilowatt hour battery, which means it'll get 350 kilometers of range, 217 miles with the smaller battery, and probably about 400 kilometers and 250 miles with the bigger battery. So I'll give you the metric numbers and the imperial. It is 5,233 millimeters long and 1,997 millimeters wide, 2 meters wide. Not a huge van, but it is fairly big. So those battery pack sizes do seem kind of smallish. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe we will see a bigger size battery. I hope we do, because I think that range is probably not enough for a lot of families who would be wanting to do road trips in a car like this. So the size in terms of imperial numbers, I don't know why people still use these, but they do. 207 inches long, 78.6 inches wide, and 78.35 inches in terms of overall height. Like I said, I think it's really good that we're going to see an electric van or an electric MPV on the market. A lot of families need these sort of cars. I mean, a lot of people this is the kind of thing that makes sense for them. But the other thing is cool to have a camper van and a commercial version and a passenger version. I think this is going to sell pretty well because there's not a whole lot of options on the market right now. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think this is going to be a winner? Would you consider one? Let us know in the comments. Bye-bye. Today we saw new electric vans revealed from two different brands. Hyundai, they have an electric van coming out very, very soon. Actually looks kind of futuristic. And also Geely. Now Geely's van, if you want a lot of range in your van, if you need it for work, this is it. This is the vehicle to get. It's coming to Australia. It's got a big battery pack. Most vans, or pretty much every van, including Ford's van, which has been the main choice in the United States. Geely's new van will have nearly double the range of that vehicle. Then we have the XPeng X9, which is also going to be priced incredibly well. That's coming out within the next few months. We saw right-hand drive versions of that in China. But this video is about the Hyundai Staria EV. It's going to have a fair bit of competition when it does arrive. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Hyundai's Staria EV. Right now, it only comes in petrol, diesel, or hybrid power, but an electric option is coming soon. AutoSpy revealed these images of the electric version. It, as you can see, has a charging port. It looks a little different. I would say a little uglier than this normal Staria version, but anyhow, these are the headlights from the Korean market Staria Lounge. But anyhow, it's been spotted around in a few different places, and apparently it is true that there is an electric version of this vehicle coming. You can also see that there's no fuel cap. So if you want to go try and put fuel in this, well, it's EV only. So yeah, you can't put fuel in it. Now, for some reason, the rear overhang has been reduced versus the gasoline or diesel-powered versions of this vehicle. So it is a little bit of a different shape to the regular Staria. The Korea Economic Daily in June 2024 reported Hyundai would produce the Staria EV in Europe from the first half of 2026. Selling the EV people mover, not only there, but also in Asia and in places including Asia Pacific, potentially Thailand and Malaysia, but also it's going to go on sale here in Australia as well. US, do you guys get it? I don't know. I hope you do, but I'm not sure. The range is, in my opinion, a little bit underwhelming. It uses an 84 kilowatt hour NCM, so nickel manganese cobalt, or NMC battery. And I believe that's from LG Chem. Now, by the way, LG Chem incidentally just had about, I think, a $400 million loss over the last quarter. So they're certainly struggling, whereas their Chinese rivals are doing quite well. It has 324 kilometers of range from that 84 kilowatt hour battery. So it's just used the same battery pack as what you get in a Hyundai Ioniq 5. And that's the reason why the range is, a little underwhelming. Now, in Europe, you can get other people movers that are electric, like the Ford e-Tornio and the Volkswagen ID Buzz. But there's a bunch of Chinese ones as well. You have the LDV MIFA 9, the Zeekr 009, the Xpeng X9 is arriving there soon as well. Apparently, there's also a hydrogen-powered version. I don't know if anyone's going to want that, but apparently they're making it. Hyundai confirmed back in 2021 it aimed to introduce a hydrogen fuel cell version of its Staria during 2023. But that didn't happen. Right now, you can buy the Staria with a 3.5-litre V6 petrol or V6 gasoline engine in, I believe, the US and Australia. It's very thirsty, uses a lot of fuel. You can get a 2.2-litre turbo diesel as well. I think the EV version would be a better option. It would certainly be cheaper to run. So guys, what are your thoughts on this vehicle? Is this something that you'd consider? Personally, I think it's not bad. I just think the range is, for me, not good enough. I personally wouldn't buy a vehicle with less than 400 kilometers of range. Just wouldn't suit my needs. I love being able to charge my EVs on solar. That's great. But sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes you're going on a longer trip. And if you've got 324 kilometers of range in the real world, if you're driving on the freeway, that ends up being probably closer to 250 kilometers of range. And that's where range anxiety would be a real thing, because that's where you're thinking to yourself, all right, I've just charged. Now I've got to find my next charging station, 150 kilometers. So that's why I think that this is a bit of a miss for me. I think it should have had a bigger battery pack like the Geely vehicle does, where if you want to do longer trips, you can actually do that. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.